Today, I'm going to show you how to create a potion of clarity. The things we'll need for our clarity potion is a 1-glass bottle, and I opted for this larger one with a screw-on lid, but you could also do any glass jar and just have a good screw-on lid with a seal or a rubber cork. We are going to be using some warm distilled water, as well as a little bit of alcohol, but you could also use glycerin. We're using alcohol because I'm going to color mine with some alcohol inks, and we are using Pool and a little bit of Prussian blue. We're going to use some clear Elmer's glue. We're going to use an assortment of black glitters, some black cording. We will need a spoon for mixing. I'm going to embellish with a sealing wax stamp as well as some sealing wax hot glue. And finally, we will need our label printed on sticker paper, and a link for this is in the description down below. Let's get started. All right, the first thing we're going to do for this potion is we are going to unscrew the lid so that we can add our warm distilled water. So we are going to treat this kind of like we did our calming draft, where we're making a calming jar type situation, because our potion of clarity is a draft that hones the drinker's physical and mental acuity, clearing mental fog and flooding them with the overwhelming feelings of calm and purpose. So I felt like a calming jar would be a good thing for that. It would kind of help with anxiety. It would de-stress, things like that. So I felt like the calming jar aspect would be a great option for that. So we're going to do this very similarly to the way we did our calming draft, and I'll put a link up above and down below to that as well. But we want to start with some warm distilled water. And we're doing warm because the glue is going to mix with it a little bit easier. So we're going to fill this up about a third of the way full. And that's probably good. And then we're going to add our clear glue. We don't need a ton. We just want some so that it thickens and adds a little bit of viscosity to our potion. So as you can see, it's just like an inch worth of the clear glue in here. So we're going to put that in, and I'm actually going to add some hot water to it, shake it up, and just dump it in. All right, so I added some of the warm water in here. I'm just going to cap this up. And I know it looks like it's really hot. It's not. It's just warm. Okay, so that got it all mixed in. This will be a whole lot easier to get into our potion now. And we'll let that finish dripping in. Now, I'm going to color mine with alcohol ink. If you want to use regular food coloring, you can do it with just regular water. And then instead of the alcohol, you can add some glycerin. But I have added 10 drops of the Pool color to our alcohol. And then I added 2 drops of the Prussian blue. And that gave us this color here, which obviously will lighten up when we add it in. Make sure we got it all in there. So at this point, I'm going to go ahead and add our alcohol. And we're going to give this a good mix. And then at this point, we're going to go ahead and add our glitters. So I have an assortment of different sized glitter here, which I think really helps with a calming jar. It just adds different dropping levels, basically. The heavier, fatter glitter will fall first, and the finer glitter will take a little longer to fall. So we're going to add some of this fatter black glitter. Okay, I added a good little amount there. Then we're going to go to the next size up, which is they call it extra fine, but really it's more like I would say a medium. And then we're going to add some of this extra fine, and this is almost like a iridescent black. So we'll add that in. All right, then we're going to mix this in. And that's perfect because when it settles, it'll go back to the blue, kind of like when we do a color shifting potion with the mica, but the glitter is going to settle a whole lot quicker. Now I'm going to fill this up more and see if we want to add some more glitter. Okay, I definitely think we're going to want a little bit more glitter in there. And as you can see how quickly it settles, which is just perfect. Again, that's part of that calming jar. It's a quick settle, so then that way, if need be, they can reshake it up again and just watch it all settle back to the blue. All right, so I think that's going to be probably a good amount of glitter. We're going to fill this up the rest of the way. And then we're going to cap this up. And we're going to give it a good shake. All right, so I feel like that's probably the right amount of glitter, and it will just continue to settle out. All right, so now that we have our base, we can start to embellish the bottle. Now, I want to seal this so that no one can get it open. So I'm going to put some E6000 glue around the inside edge. All right, I just put some E6000 glue on the inside edge. And I'm just going to screw it down really good and tight, and then that glue will cure and completely seal it. So now that we're all sealed, we're going to add some cording. So I am choosing this black twisted cording. It's actually made of paper, which I love, but you would think it's like faux leather. And we're going to wrap this one just like we have hundreds of others in the past. And I'll put a link up above to my tips and tricks video in case you're not familiar with the method in which we wrap the bottles. Right, now that we are all wrapped, we're going to go ahead and add our label. And I already went around the outside edge with a matching marker. Just again makes it look a little more finished. And I think we're going to put this one up a little higher on the bottle. I think that looks pretty straight, so we're going to go ahead and rub this down. Okay, so now that we have our label on there, we're going to put a wax stamp on the top of this. So we're going to do a wax stamp on the top, and I'm using my marble sealing wax. I may actually do a whole drip around the top. Let's see. Alright, I didn't realize I wasn't in camera for some of this, but I pressed our sealing wax stamp into the top, and we got this really pretty star pattern. And then the drips just kind of add a little bit of detail to the top of our bottle. I do think I want to color in the stars, maybe the same color as our blue. So let's see. And even if it's just a light essence of color on here, I think that will work actually. Okay, so we just got a little bit of our tealy blue color on the top, and I actually think that's just a nice little touch. Just kind of helps the design pop a little bit. All right, so I think we are all set. And when we shake it up, we get this beautiful darkness, and then the clarity comes through as it settles. I have partnered with our friends at Otter Spirit to create a bracelet bundle for my niece who is attending college as a freshman, and I wanted to get her some bracelets that I felt like would be a great gift for a new college student. It could be someone who's going into high school, or maybe even a senior who's maybe stressing about all of the exams and trying to get into college. All of these stones work really, really well to just help create some calmness, some clarity, as well as protection. So I selected 3 different stones for her. First, I selected hematite. I remain unshaken during challenging times. It gives protection and balance, which I think all new students or anyone who stresses could use. Next is probably the best stone for a new student, and that is howlite. And it says, I stay calm in stressful situations, and it gives balance. I feel like anybody who stresses out or has anxiety, howlite is definitely the way to go. And then lastly, we have black tourmaline. I am safe and protected. So all 3 of these stones, while individually they will do what we would like them to do, which is to calm and de-stress as well as protect and just give courage, together they're going to be a really great pack. So like I said, I picked all of these for my niece, and I kind of thought about what, maybe she would need, which is things like calm in a stressful situation, as well as clarity and focus and protection. And all of these I think will be perfect. And I knew that Otter Spirit was where I wanted to get these from, because all of their gemstones are AAA grade. They donate to the otters, and I just love them. I cannot speak high enough about their values. The whole team at Otter Spirit is just amazing, and they really truly care. So when I talked with the team at Otter Spirit and I was like, hey, I want to put together a bracelet bundle for my niece who is going off to college, and she sometimes stresses and has anxiety, and they were right away ready to help me figure out which stones they thought would be perfect for her. And they have preset bundles, which are fantastic too, but I love that you can make your own. So as you know, I have gotten a couple different bracelet bundles from them, and they are fantastic. The bracelets hold up nicely. They clean well. I love recharging them under full moon. All of those things, saging them, and they are great. They look the same today as they did the day I got them. So I can't wait to pass these on to my niece, knowing that they're going to hold up really well for her and hopefully help bring her some clarity, calmness, and protection. So if you'd like to get your own bracelets or any of their amazing items on their website, you can actually get a discount with my code. So if you type in CraftChick30, you'll get 30% off orders over $99, and CraftChick20 will give you 20% off any order. So I love that they are giving you guys a discount code. I love that they donate to the Otters, and I love that all of their stones are authentic AAA grade, and you're getting a quality piece. So if you'd like to order your own bracelets, I will put all of the links in the description down below, and feel free to check them out. And if you have any questions, I am more than happy to answer them in the comments down below. And thank you again to Otter Spirit for being such an amazing partner and a brand that I truly stand behind and love the quality that they give you. All right, and there we have it. Our potion of clarity for physical and mental acuity, to release mental fog, and to flood with overwhelming feelings of calm and purpose. This will be a great addition to our potion and prop collection making along the way, as well as a great de-stressor for anyone in your life who might just need a few seconds of calm, which is why I feel like it pairs really nicely with the 3 bracelets for my niece to help de-stress, give clarity, protection, and calming too. So if you guys like this video, give me the thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed, please do so, and we will catch you guys later. Thanks so much.